Welcome everybody to Throwback IndyCar Racing Series. We are live here from Milwaukee, about to go green here in just a few moments. We're qualified, about to go green here in just a few moments. Sorry, as I'm over here pushing all kinds of buttons. You can see cars out on track practicing. Got a special little pre-show, I do believe, set up for you guys. We're going to be talking to one of the sponsors, or the main sponsor, I do believe, for this series. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Derek Pemberton. I think he's a little under the weather, but he is here. He's just make sure he's got everything set up, I do believe. So I'll make sure. There he is. I apologize. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
I wasn't aware I had you muted on Discord. I forgot.
I was sitting there trying to scream at you, and
Yeah.
no wonder you couldn't hear me.
So I know you're a little under the weather. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. You know that.
Oh yeah, you know, man.
Milwaukee Mile, these guys put on a heck of a show last week. A few more people here last week, which is good to see the league growing.
2 weeks ago, sir. 2 weeks ago.
Sorry, we had a break. Man, my mind's all over the place. So, Derek, we come to a place that's very flat, kind of drives like New Hampshire. Of course, this is the Throwback IndyCar Dallara 05. What do you expect from these cars, especially on such a flat place?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes.
I have no idea. I'm about to say, I'm actually currently downloading the track right now.
I guess I'll show you Derek's never been here.
So, honestly, for once in my life, I'm open-minded right now. I have no idea. I'm open for just about anything right now. I'm
kind of surprising to hear you say that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, actually, for the first time ever, I may be quiet for a race. So.
Oh my gosh, I never thought. You guys might actually be in for a treat here, and Derek, be quiet for a little bit. So
I'm about to say, because I don't know a whole lot about here. So this is going to be interesting to watch. I can't wait. Because I can't wait to load up here.
Well, we know these guys are very clean. Yes, there is only just a few guys, but we've seen just last week, we've seen some weird trail breaking issues. I don't think we'll see that here, but these guys are very respectful of each other. I'm looking forward to that tonight, to see how these guys do on the oval. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it happens. The weather, real fast, is a whopping 100-degree track temp, 70-degree air temp. So that's a little bit different than what we normally see. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of cooler tracks as of late, but as I mentioned, we will have a special guest here hopefully soon. We'll be talking to Brian Peel and Scott Bloster. Both of them will be in here. We'll get that underway once qualifying begins, and we'll be talking to them about some of their sponsorship stuff that these guys, Scott has a really good plan for this league, if you guys don't know, and I hope that these guys continue doing what they continue staying on with sponsors, stuff like that. Anyway, 9-4 Motorsports is the title sponsor of this Throwback IndyCar series. They see the potential that can actually happen here, and we'll just have to talk to him here in just a few minutes as Derek's still downloading the track. You see the cars out on track right now. You see Brian Peel is top of the leaderboard currently with a 22-second lap time. Very fast lap. This is actually not a short track, but it is a short track. It's a mile long, but it drives basically just like New Hampshire. Call it a short track if you want. Anyway, we'll go ahead and bring these guys in. We'll go ahead and get them in here just so we can get this interview started. We'll bring both of these guys in here. Hey guys, how are y'all tonight? Scott and Brian both in the booth with me right now.
Thanks, doing good. I'm glad to be with you guys.
Yeah, man. So I was told I want to know a little bit about this sponsorship. I want to know a little bit about, in general, what brought you on as the title sponsor of this series?
Well, I'm actually relatively new to iRacing.
Right.
I've been in motorsports since the early 90s, and I just hadn't taken a part in any of the online stuff. And we have a lot of drivers on our program that do iRacing, and it became common for them to want to do some practice races before we go to an actual racetrack. So it got me thinking about I need to be involved with that. So I got a pedal and wheel set and started iRacing, and then kind of progressed from there. I'm slowly getting a little better at it. It's quite different, but I saw one of Scott's races last year. One of the races to bring people in, and I took part in it and really enjoyed it. And I just got to thinking of, we're in motorsports, and I don't think there would be much better partnership than what we're doing here. So I reached out to him and we talked through it a little bit and thought it was going to be good for both of us, and it's been great so far.
Yeah, it looks like it's worked out, for both sides so far. Now, from I guess we can go ahead and call it a business standpoint from your end. What is the most thing you're trying to get out of here? I know, of course, getting the name out there more, but what else are you looking forward to trying to get this sponsorship out there even more?
Well, what we do at 94 Motorsports is we do a lot of arrive and drive programs for drivers.
Right.
So drivers that may not have the time to work on their own car, don't want to own their own car, we do programs with them, do a lot of road racing, endurance stuff. So they come and drive with us. And a lot of what we're built on, both on the crew side and the driver side, is development. Um, Guys that may be coming from autocrossing or track days, young guys that may be out of a tech school that want to get their hands dirty at the racetrack and learn more about motorsports. So that's big on what we do. So in sponsoring the series, I know one of the possible progressions for someone who's in iRacing who hasn't gotten in wheel-to-wheel racing would be to move into autocrossing
Right.
or track days and then eventually wheel-to-wheel racing. So by doing this, it's really just looking to give people an avenue, a
I see
way
what you're
to
saying.
make that next step. So yeah, it's been
Yeah,
really
there
good.
was another driver. Some guys may have heard him, Alex Bergeron. Right now, a dirt car driver, and he got the opportunity to drive the dirt car after progressing through the sim and actually raced in peak antifreeze. But he got to race in the dirt car, and right now is leading the top series in iRacing for dirt. And he's only like 14 or 15 years old, but the kid went out and started last in his dirt race and came up and finished third. So I kind of want to hop over to Scott as well. Scott, you got me?
Absolutely, Adam. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. So I want to talk to you a little bit. Whenever you was approached with this, what was your first initial thoughts on trying to get the sponsorship and all that stuff?
Well, like Brian said, whenever we first started to do recruitment races and things like that, the main goal was, as a league, as you know, is to get the sponsorship because it validates the league.
Yeah.
Because sponsorship means a lot in real auto racing and even in the real world and in the sim racing world, because it really does validate what you're doing as far as investment in your league. So when we get a sponsor like Brian and 94 Motorsports to look at what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build, and they have the confidence in how we're trying to do this logistically and the effort that we're putting into it, and they put their stamp on it and say we're going to back you. That is huge.
Yeah, and I kind of want to, just continue off that a little bit. You guys seem like you have a good league going. What is the biggest thing that you're working on right now? I know the membership count's a little low, but we are slowly starting to see some more people come in. What is the biggest thing you're trying to do with this league to progress it going forward?
The biggest thing that we're trying to do right now is not only to build the driver roster, but to sustain it race after race. So what we have is, you can see it now. Like, we have one or two drivers who aren't able to make it tonight. Brian Baird isn't going to be able to make it tonight, and I believe one of the other drivers that we have too is moving. So anytime that you have um, a a new league with a pretty low driver count and one or two people go, then that has a larger impact on your numbers for that race. And then people who are watching the league and saying, wow, I wonder if I want to do that or not, they say, hey, yeah, but they don't have that many people, so maybe I don't want to join. So what we're trying to do is get the current drivers on our roster to come out week after week after week, so other people can say, wow, that's a growing league, I want to be involved too.
Yeah, me and Derek was talking last week about, you can definitely see the, what is it? You can see how it can progress, I guess we can say. You can see the talent that you got in here, and honestly, it does seem like it's going to be good, and it looks like it's going to grow. One more final thing, Scott. If anybody wants to get involved in this league, how can they go about trying to get in contact with you about joining?
Okay, right off the bat, you can private message me through iRacing, or even better, you can go right to our website, www.ultimateconquestracing.com, and it's hyphenated, so ultimate-conquest-racing.com, and you can fill out a driver's registration right there. But if you have any questions, anybody can feel free to PM me, either through our Facebook page, which you can get to through the website, or directly through iRacing.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way. And of course, Brian, anybody that wants to find out about 9-4 Motorsports or anything like that, is there a way they can find out a little bit more about it?
Yeah, if you want some hardcore meat about what we do, probably the website's the best, 94motorsports.com. Spell out the numbers 94. If you're looking at more of some of our recent stuff from our past races, more of the social stuff, we're on Facebook and also um, on one of the other ones. I forget what it is. We just got on it last week, so we're trying to take advantage of that. It's difficult to connect with people when we're so busy, so we're trying to take advantage of some of the social media stuff now. Get the presence out there, and do that. So that'd be great.
Yeah, I seen a couple. I believe it was pictures posted of you guys at the racetrack. Look really cool. We'll be posting both links in the chat here in just a few moments, guys. Scott and Brian, thanks y'all both for joining. And of course, Scott, thanks for having us in here broadcasting. It does look like you got something going here.
Awesome, Adam. Thank you so much.
Thanks
You guys do a great job. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks a lot, buddy. We will move these guys back out once I figure out where to move them. There we go. I think I really don't know if I'm moving them to the right place, but you know what? I'm just going to
move them back.
All
Yeah,
right,
there
we go. So Derek, very interesting stuff, man. Talked a little bit about it, and I kind of want to go off you as we're watching qualifying right now. Stephen Parks out on track. I kind of want to ask you. You've been a part of plenty of leagues. You've helped me run leagues. You know what sponsorship means to starting leagues.
Oh my gosh, sponsorships go a long way. Now, I'm about to say there's some. I'm about to say, don't get me wrong. Sometimes having a sponsorship is nice, but then there's other times, sponsors sometimes, are not the greatest.
Yeah.
Just because some of them want too much and this and that. But
Yeah.
my thing is, sponsors, they go a long way. First off, they help one. Pretty much, you're getting their name out there.
What I
But
like,
say that's always a big thing.
what I liked hearing just a few minutes ago from Brian was
Oh my!
the 9-4 Motorsports thing. I love the fact that you got a chance to actually do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what it sounds like at least.
Yeah, and that's big. I'm just gonna be honest. For guys that want a chance to maybe get their foot at least in the door, it's a way for you to do that. I mean, let's be honest. It is definitely a way for you to be able to check it out. So what I'm going, guys, I'm actually posting both links in the chat right now. Check these guys out. Please check them out. It not only helps us, but it does help these guys a lot. If you are interested, and this is on YouTube for the guys on Facebook, you'll have to go to YouTube to get the link, just because I'm lazy and it's hard for me to post to every channel on Facebook. But, man, there's such potential. I keep using that word, and I hate using it because, but that's what it is. There are so many things that these guys can do right now that they are doing that can really make this league go straight to the top. It has the potential to be one of the best leagues on iRacing at the moment. Now, I'm not putting that by peak or nothing like that. I'm not putting it up to that top level. But it's got a chance to really be right there near that. And I think you agree with it. I think we've seen the racing. I mean, there's apparently quality guys racing in here. We'll see that today. I mean, yes, there's only 10 guys in here, but that's not bad. That's a start. You've got to start somewhere and build up. And of course, we do come to a very tough track in Milwaukee. That's where we're at tonight. And these Dallara cars, Derek, you drove these cars. Is there anything that you could really say about these cars that may let everybody know if they've never driven one of these cars?
Just in a circle, or just at a track like this?
Just in general, or a track like this, or anything.
If you want my honest opinion, these cars are hard to drive. I hate driving them. Yeah, I absolutely hate driving them.
One thing that I've noticed about these cars, at any track, I don't care what track, and you can definitely agree, you feel every tiny bump in these cars.
Yeah, I'm about to say in iRacing, I don't know if these cars still are the ones they use in that specific series, but I know that you can run this IndyCar, and I think the second version of the IndyCar that we have.
I can't remember the name
at Charlotte, Laguna Seca, at a couple other tracks you can run it at, and at Charlotte, it's horrendous getting out into the corners.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. One thing I've always noticed, just bumps in general, man. This car will beat you to death, and it really don't care if it beats you to death. That's the only problem.
I hate Auto Club. Auto Club is the absolute worst in them.
Yeah, Auto Club was horrible. And to me, that was probably the worst track, to race these cars in. So as you see right now, a very familiar name that meant Derek broadcasted. Derek, we've raced against him. Jeff Webker on top of the board right now with a 22-second lap. That's on a mile track, just so everybody knows. That is not a half a mile. That is a very fast time.
That's Richmond
That's
times that we were just seeing last.
Richmond in a cup car time. I mean, these guys, and I'll be honest, I think at Richmond, these cars would easily do 17s. Maybe
faster.
8. Yeah, and I mean, it is so crazy how fast these cars go. These are not the easiest cars, like we mentioned. One thing you've got to worry about these cars is the aero push. In any of these open wheel cars, it is just so tough to drive, and we're going to experience that tonight. We're going to see it tonight. You're going to have cars get behind each other and experience a lot of drag, I guess you could say is what it's called, or a lot of push up the track. So that's just one of them things. Anywho, talk a little bit about last week. We was at Mid-Ohio, or 2 weeks, thank you. 2 weeks ago, Mid-Ohio, one of the most technical tracks in all of iRacing in the United States in general. It's got so many different kind of corners, apexes, and all that good stuff. Very tough to drive. Not only that, if you're behind somebody, of course you got to worry about the push. Anywho, Jackson Freer took advantage early, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was able to go on. I don't think he's in here tonight. I think he was actually moving. But he was able to take advantage with his first field stint. Remember, Derek, that was a very unique race because the pit stops was weird. Like, everybody was putting on different strategies. But anyway, he came out one of that race, and he held off who was second place. I believe it was, who was it? Brian Beard, I believe. And Bark Workman, I believe. So, yeah, that was a great race 2 weeks ago. Thank you, Derek. At Mid-Ohio. And, of course, Brandon Schoen, who's not in here tonight, finished in fourth. Andy Yerk finished in P number 5. Coming into tonight's points race, Andy Yerk going to be on top of the board by a few laps now. Of course, if you join this league now, you do come in with a few extra points. These guys giving you so much percent of what the leader currently has. So Andy Yerk currently first in points. However, at the moment, not on the board with Bark Workman, who's starting in 7th tonight in front of him. Chris Stouffer, we raced against him. He is not in here tonight as well. Travis Bennett, who is currently 2nd right now, is in 4th. So definitely some points could be made up here. Of course, these guys, Webker, looks like he's going to be getting some points for qualifying as well. Milwaukee Mile, everybody knows, one of the oldest tracks, or I guess it is the oldest operating motor speedway. Broke ground back in 1899 for Wisconsin State Fair Park Speedway. And its first auto race was held here in 1903. The track was paved, however, in 1954, and major racing events has happened ever since. Until 2015, when the IndyCar actually stopped hosting races here. So
you said that was 1899?
1899.
Wow, this truck is 100 years older than me.
They were racing daggone horses, man. I don't know what they was racing on, I guess. But the first auto race was held in 1903, so I'm guessing,
Yeah, probably. I'm going to say, sitting here, I went back and watched a few people run a couple laps. Honestly, what I see, and it's kind of weird, I see New Hampshire, turn 1 and 2 of New Hampshire on both ends of the speedway.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds you
see.
of. It does remind you a lot of a New Hampshire type track. I mean, everybody knows.
It's not even turn 3 and 4. It's just turn 1 and 2 on both ends.
Yeah, I mean, they're about even. I don't know if they're really any different. They may be. But, I'm going to have to actually look and see if there's any type of banking at all. Let me look.
It should say it.
It should.
They don't.
I would be interested. I know there's a little bit of banking, but it ain't much. Yeah, right here. Actually, it's minus 9 degree banking in the turns. So,
how can it be minus?
I don't know. That's what it says. It says negative 9.25 and straights are negative 2.5.
Never known banking to be negative, but all right.
It's unique. This place is weird, man. I've raced here a couple times. I hate this place. Like, I'm horrible at it.
Well, I've never ran here before. Kind of don't plan on it, so.
Oh, we're going to run here. Yes, you are.
Well, I know what we're doing for you know what. No, we're coming to Milwaukee Mile. I don't care
Actually,
what
Derek,
car it is.
did you know that the infield of this track hosted the Green Bay Packers from 1934 to 1951?
Never would have guessed it.
That was actually their home track or home field.
They sit in the stands?
I guess. They actually held an
That
NFL championship here. NFL championship. Anywho, we'll get it out here in a minute. Here's your qualifying grid up for tonight. Jeff Walker, Travis Bennett going to be starting on row number 1. Row number 2, we got Christopher and Brian Peel. Christopher, watch out for him. And that number 7, watch out for that 94. We just talked to him a minute ago. Mark Adu, Stephen Parks, that 42. His car looks awesome. Now, actually, I believe they're driving the same color car. Stephen Parks and Mark. Yep, turn 4 racing. Derek, you're very friendly with him, huh?
what is that? What is he? Which team?
Brendan Schoen. Row number 9, we got Andy Yerk and Zach Newbar. Turn 4. You raced him the other night.
This is going to be best if I...
Nah,
actually,
you didn't
wait
have
a
a problem. You didn't have a problem with them.
No.
They race hard, though. They're extremely hard racers.
Yeah. Race hard.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, race hard. Okay.
I don't think you had trouble with any of them, though.
I'll have to go back. Actually, I'll just go look at it right now because I know exactly when it was.
Anywho,
yeah. While we're doing that,
I love that Dr. Pepper scheme, by the way, on that 14 car.
I don't
On Travis Bennett. It's very nice. Anyway, pace car is rolling. I can't remember if we take 2 laps around here. I believe it's just 1 since it's a mile track. So we're about to go green here. This is a 200 lap race, but trust me, this will go by quick. I mean, these cars move. So,
22-second lap times. I mean,
pace
there's no
car,
stages,
I
right?
believe there is not. Pace car may be taking out hard left turn. I need to find out. And I believe it is.
I believe it is because it is.
This pit road here is very tricky, by the way, as you can tell. There goes the pace car, and the green flag is out of the air. We're back here racing once again here at Milwaukee. Sorry, I can't get my words together what I wanted to say. Jeff Wupker going to be out in front at number 97. A little bit of contact there for second. Chris Stouffer, Travis Bennett, a little bit of contact. Not going to cause a problem. Here comes the 7. Stouffer looking to the inside. Going to try to power around on the bottom. Going to bring along, and there's Travis Bennett in the 14 as well. Wupker going to slide up quite a bit. Wupker kind of caught up on the outside as we work back into turn number 1. Battle going to be for the top spot.
But I say, as you can tell, it's pretty much just going to be, get down to the bottom, and that's pretty much it. Looks like they're trying to take it 3 wide down the back here right now. They kind of continue to keep it.
Sorry about that. Thought a little bit better of it. Battle going to be for third now as Jeff Walker, Brian Peel side by side as they work down the straightaway into turn number 1 once again. Here comes the 94 car. Not able to squeeze up in front, and he will fall in once again, and that's actually going to open the door right behind him. Stephen Parks makes a pass on Mark Nadu, now the 42, underneath the 94, going into turn 3. And you can see we're already on lap number 4. You can see how fast. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, I do not know the field window. So, I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm not aware of it because these cars are really weird, so, when it comes to stuff like that. Battle going to be for, well, we could call this for second and for fourth as well. Stephen Parks trying to hold off Brian Peel. Brian Peel trying to hold off Mark Nadu. Here comes Nadu underneath. Trying not to make contact with his 94 car. And maybe trying to get this pass up going into turn 3. Derek, how would you try to go about setting up the pass here, man? I mean, these cars, like we mentioned, so fast. Flat
I'm about to say, here, it's going to be hard. You're just basically going to have to take away the bottom, basically. You're going to have to almost kind of force the guy up to the middle, and then you just got to hope you can get all the way around him. It does look like you get that good of a run off the corner on the outside, and right there, is that an all-white car? So
it is. Yeah, it is all white.
Well, the all-white car, I'll figure out who that is.
That is a 94 Brian Peel.
Okay. Well, I'm about to say, you can tell last lap, he was on the outside. Now he's back on the inside trying to put the pass on Mark Nadu. He's going to get it right here. Nadu's going to try to go back underneath. And I believe...
Not able to get there yet. Yep.
Yeah, so right there, that just shows you that, just because you're on the outside one lap, if you can get back to the inside the following lap, you'll move up.
Yeah, something interesting else I've noticed, and really to set up a pass, you have to be beside them going down the straightaway, or at least have a chance on the straightaway in order to be able to make the pass going into that next turn. Basically, you're setting your pass up, a whole straightaway ahead, if that makes sense to anybody. You have to just be there, or unless they make a mistake, of course, you can make the pass. A little bit battle further back behind these guys. This is Bart Workman. I apologize. That is Brendan Schoen and Andy Yerk going at it. This is battle for 8th place. A lot of little groups right now kind of forming up.
Yeah, it looks like everybody pretty much for the most part kind of just spread out. And I say you got about the top 3, and then you got maybe a single car. And then after that, you got a pack of about 3.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think there's like 1 or 2 cars after that.
And Brian Peel's still going at it right now with Stephen Parks, with Martin Nadeau. This has actually brought the 13 of Bart Workman up into this battle, like you mentioned, a 3-car battle. Derek, these open wheel cars, one of your favorite cars to drive. What makes these cars so special to you, I guess?
The which car? Sorry?
The IndyCar, yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about open wheel cars that I really like to drive for some reason. I'm not good at it, apparently, but I'm about to say, I don't know why, but I just really like to drive open wheel cars. Best say preferably more the F1 car, but these Indy cars, I don't know, they're just fast. They're fast and.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that these cars, yeah, they're not as fast as the F1 cars, but dear God, sometimes these cars you got to make fast enough reactions that I can't make.
Yeah, and honestly, if you touch wheels,
you're done for.
Yeah, most of the time it sends you spinning into the wall. And one thing about these cars, if you hit the wall on these things, you're pretty much going to be done, to be like Derek said. So battle pretty much for 5 cars now. This being led by the 13 right up there, Bart Workman, leading Martin Nadeau, Brian Peel, Andy Yerk, and Brian Schoen. These guys getting single file at the moment. We're working now what would be lap 14. It is still Chris Stouffer. Used to race with Chris a lot. Derek, you've raced with him in another league. He's actually a very good driver. I believe he runs number 7 in about every league that he runs in.
I'm trying to think what league. I must say, they're the same. I know the name. Sign up.
I don't know if he runs it anymore, but he used to run it a lot. It was actually really
yeah, he was the guy that I ran the back of at Daytona because we had an ad. Because the admin wouldn't shut up, so I couldn't hear where the pace car was, and I couldn't tell either because we was like 3 wide already.
Not gonna lie, I think I've wrecked him actually once on accident too.
Yeah, that was in the Winter League.
Yeah. Good guy though.
Yep.
Anywho, Jeff Lepker right now, that was your pole sitter. He is currently sitting in 3rd place.
That's actually. I was trying to see if maybe we had a biggest mover, but really,
biggest mover, I guess, would be Bart Workman, I would guess.
No, it's actually gonna technically be our leader.
Really?
Because he went from 3rd to 1st.
Yeah.
Travis Bennett would be from 2nd to 2nd. Of course, Jeff Welker 1st to 3rd, and then after that, let's say Stephen Parks went from 6th to 4th. Bart Workman went from 7th to 5th. Mark Nadeau has dropped from 5th to 6th. Andy York has gone from 9th to 7th. And then Brian Peel is still falling back.
Yeah, he just let Brandon go right there. I noticed that.
So, yeah, now Brian has dropped from 4th now all the way back to 9th.
And I'm not sure what these guys are actually feeling in the car on these longer runs, but I'm starting to notice a lot of cars pushing up more out of the turn than what they was when we first struck the flag. Nothing new. Of course, the tires do wear off pretty fast, but so far it has been clean and green. Had a little bit of a run in earlier, but nothing too serious. As we do right on board right now with the driver of the 94, talking to him pre-race. See if I can change this a little bit. There we go. You see the bank? I don't know how they get negative. Maybe not. Maybe they didn't mean to put negative. I think it's just 9 degrees.
I still think 9 degrees may be a little too much.
Wow, pretty flat, huh?
Yeah.
It's a cool track though. It is a fun track. You know, like you mentioned, or like we mentioned, very similar to New Hampshire. I think it's a little bit wider on the straightaways in New Hampshire. The turns pretty much, maybe a little bit, I don't know, the turns pretty much about where they are in New Hampshire.
All I see is my sure. So
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds you of. Like, this is almost a sister track. Oh, we got one car going around. That is second place, Travis Bennett.
and the yellow is out.
Caution flag flies. Now, he does do a good job on saving that. Let's see if he brings his car to pit road. No, he will not, so no need to. He just rode that rumble strip. I seen him actually riding it pretty good through that turn. You'll see him get that tires on that yellow strip. There it is. Actually, may have got a little bit of the grass as well, and of course, that's going to send you around going as fast as these guys go. There's your caution. Everybody does a good job of avoiding. So, caution flag does come out. First caution of the night here early on. So, we get to double them back up here in just a moment. And this will be a quickie yellow just because we did not have no car lap down, I don't think. So,
That always does help, I will tell you.
So, pit road going to be open.
Everybody comes down.
Definitely not a surprise to see everybody hitting pit road. It's a straight pit road. I really don't like the entrance here to that pit road.
Me neither.
Not a fan of it, yeah.
I already know I'd be the one.
Oh, I'd
Especially if I-
crash right into the barrels.
Especially after the maneuver I had. Up 14.
I've seen that.
If they service the fort, really, you're gonna service that? That should be a penalty on Travis Bennett. I hate to say that. That should be a penalty.
You're crazy.
He was outside of the box.
Play my reason.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
So Christopher comes out in first place. Jeff Welker loses a spot. Stephen Parks jumps up second. Actually, Jeff Welker stayed in third. Martin Adu up to fourth. Bart Workman, Andy Yerk, Brady Shawn, Travis Bennett, Brian Peel. Once again, guys, anybody interested in this league, there is a link on the YouTube channel. I know we're broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere else that I know of. Thanks to Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett.
I thought he said he was going to race tonight.
He does got a race tonight.
Well, I thought he was going to race.
We got another broadcast actually starting in about 15 minutes. We don't. He does. He'll be broadcasting the Sim Racers for Mental Health. I can't remember where they're at. Atlanta, maybe? I don't know. But he'll also be here on the YouTube channel as well.
We're going to have two broadcasts going on?
We will have two broadcasts going. Very interesting.
Okay, so more likely if we get kicked.
No, we're not going to get kicked. The way it's set up. I didn't know you could do it either.
Yeah.
And he's like, trust me, we can do it. We've done it plenty of times. I was like, are you sure?
Have you seen what someone from Nashville did to try to create a better environment for the fairgrounds in Nashville?
No, but we will talk about that here in just a moment as we get ready to go back green.
Oh, wow. We already go back green.
I'm going to pull off, and the green flag is out. We're back to racing here again, once again, at Milwaukee. Throwback IndyCar Series, sponsored by 94 Motorsports.
This is where we expect to see a lot of the passing. It's probably going to be right here in this restart.
Yeah, we already got Welker now. Welker struggled on these restarts quite a bit so far tonight.
Yeah, so we'll see if who's that behind him? Mark Dadu can get around him here. So that seems about to be the only battle currently happening. As about front, I guess 6 pull away. Then we got 3 cars kind of behind them. Right now, Christopher has definitely got the car to beat tonight.
Yeah, one of the fastest cars as he's now in the lead, or continuing to lead so far, has led 25 of the 25 completed laps, and took 26 of the completed laps. So he has led every single lap so far tonight. Remember, he did not start on the pole, but he has been out front leading this thing. Very interested to see that approach from Jeff Welker as he went up a little bit higher, was able to defend off Mark Nadeau. I'm not exactly sure. I need to check. Not next week. 2 weeks from tonight. Well, 2 weeks from tonight. These guys head from Milwaukee to the very fast track of Texas Motor Speedway.
Well, that's always going to be a fun race.
Yeah, Rattlesnake 200, what they're calling it. And then, I don't know if we'll have the call at Indianapolis, because we'll have after that. I think Sam has that call. I think. I'd have to double check, but I think so. Of course, this schedule, 20 races long. I like it though, man. It's not too long of a schedule, and then you got off weeks. I really like that.
I'm gonna say this takes about all year long.
It does. And to see what I like about it, let's see. They started. Yeah, they actually got a pretty good long schedule. They actually run it till December, but of course they only race 2 weeks a month, so you know. I don't know, man. I like the idea. What's your thoughts on that? Do you like it where they have an off week as well?
I'm gonna say it helps. I mean, it'll help for now. So, as we get later to the season, maybe not because you just want to hurry up and maybe get it done and over with.
Especially if
But,
you're, you know, a little bit further back in points and stuff.
Yeah, so you just want to hurry up and see it just kind of just get taken away, and or you just wish that they could run all races in one night, because I know a lot of leagues have been starting to do that. Is apparently something happened back here. Martin Nadu may have got into the wall. Well, I say
I'm
don't really
looking
know.
at him. Yeah, I'm looking at him. He's right now working behind Andy Yerk.
Oh, he massively overdrove the corner through the center. He got to the apex, but I'm about to say the car looked like it turned dead right as we got a little bit of cloud cover on turns 3 and 4.
Really like this schedule. So a little bit of cloud cover. And Derek, for people that don't know, what's the cloud cover going to do for these cars?
Make it where they're going to grip, and that means they're probably going to go faster. But
I'm proud of you for knowing that.
I hear it just about every time we race, whenever
We
cloud
do.
comes. So,
Let me ask you, I like the idea of cloud cover. I really do. I love it. But is it me, or does it seem like it happens all the time now?
it happens just about in every single race.
Yeah, I mean, I think this thing uses real weather. I believe it does. Like if there's clouds there's clouds, you know, here. But come on, man. Some of these races have to just be blue sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand, you know, a cloud here and there. I mean, you know, I don't think this cloud's gonna be over the racetrack very long by any means. But you know how that can go. And maybe
Yeah,
over the rest of the race.
I just say, heck, if it's gonna bring cloud cover, just go ahead and drop rain.
True that. Battle for second. Stephen Parks, Jeff Wepker. Wepker actually trying to take that away right now, underneath the 6 or 42. This is actually allowing Workman to get back up there as well, so we can go ahead and call this a 3-car battle. As that gets single filed out pretty quick.
I'm gonna say it's basically the leader, a 3-car pack, a 3-car pack, and then a 2-car pack. Yeah. I'm gonna say I gotta make sure I'm doing my numbers right.
Shown, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And Brandon Pill was fast in practice, but you know, qualify or race right now will be a little bit different. Of course, he could just be saving a little bit. You know how that can go as well.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know really how much saving you're gonna be doing. You know, when we're this early in the race, I'm about to say I figured we wanted to see maybe people thinking about saving until maybe about lap 50, 75 to 100 to know, you know, kind of really what we're gonna be doing for the rest.
Sitting here reading, Sam Cooper said if we want it, we can actually call the IndyCar race if we want to. Might not be a bad idea. Derek, I don't know, Sam. I kind of wouldn't mind racing this, man.
Yeah, I was actually.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would like to try this out myself. I mean, you know, just saying. I mean, I'm willing to do the market thing, but you know, I kind of
like the race.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying some of these races. I mean, like I said, looking at the schedule, it's not bad, and the schedule's very diverse. I mean, it's not ovals. It's not just road courses. It's legit. As we're watching a battle right behind, who is that, Stephen Parks, watching Workman and Walker go at it. Workman will be able to take third place away. So, yeah, like, let me tell you some of these races. Milwaukee Mile, Texas, Indianapolis, Richmond. Richmond's going to be interesting. Watkins Glen, Gateway, Road America, Michigan, Derek. Kentucky, Sonoma. That's very cool. I like that. Iowa, Chicagoland, Pocono. Here's where it gets weird. Circuit of the Americans. I am absolutely booty at that track.
I never ran it. I ran it in
Oh
F1 cars.
my
I usually run
gosh.
pretty good there. So
I am so bad at that play. I do like the back part of the track. The front part where you go up the hill, you know how you
Because
climb
the
the hill?
back part's just a bunch of straightaways.
Hush your
That's why
face.
you like
Hush
it.
your face. You know how you climb up the hill and you take that hard left and you go down to the S's?
Yes.
Nah. No, sir.
And trust me, I can attest to this because he's wiped me out 3 times when we tried to do Circuit of the Americas in F1 2018. He wiped me out all 3 times.
Go ask the people I've wiped out in iRacing on it. They still love me.
I still need to get that
It's a
track.
fun place, man. It is fun, but gosh, it's hard. Stephen Parks, right now, having his hands full, battling Bart Workman, Jeff Walker there as well. This is a really good battle. It's been happening for quite a few laps now, as we are already on lap number, coming to lap 45. Coming out of turn number 4, it is going to be lap 45. So far, Chris Stouffer has led 44 of the 45 laps. Just led every single lap, and the 42 going to go around. Caution flag will fly. Don't know if there's going to be any damage. I don't see that. Ooh. Let's see what happened here. Was there a little bump put on or a little bit of contact? He just started getting loose on the yellow strip.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can kind of tell even from the camera where I'm sitting kind of up on the up on top of the grandstands. You can already see that he's below the yellow line, so he was already getting loose from it.
Yeah.
And
if there was
really
contact, it's small. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
I'm about to say Bart pretty much probably maybe have done him a good thing because that wreck probably could have ended a lot worse. Whoa!
Yeah, overcorrecting and stuff like that.
Well, I'm about to say there were some of these guys that
somebody hit the wall.
My thing.
I think it was Brendan Shawn, I believe.
I need to see. Okay, so. Okay, I hate to be that guy, but one thing that I would love to see when the wreck happens, I'd like to see people check up. I'm about to say, I've seen some of these guys. I mean, they blipped the gas a little bit, but they didn't like.
There is a word for that. We'll talk about it in just a minute. We'll talk about it. We're going to take a break, guys. First break of the night. You're watching the Throwback IndyCar Series presented by 9-4 Motorsports. That's Chris Stouffer going to win the race off pit road. Welcome back, Derek Pemberton, Adam Chapman. We're about to go back green flag here, if I don't decide to break my chair. About to go back green flag here at Milwaukee, as pace car going to drop off, and the green flag back once again, and it is Chris Stouffer leading the way. These restarts, one of the most exciting restarts that we'll see throughout the race. That's where you get a lot of your passes done. If you're trying to make a plot of ground, we got one car shooting straight up towards the wall. Not sure who that was. That was Stephen Parks. He's put a little extra time on pit road. He must have had a slight bit of damage from that spin. Maybe a little bit of suspension work had to be done. 22 seconds he sat on pit road. I know, such a long time. Anyway.
Yeah.
Jeff Welker, Travis Bennett battling right now for third place, getting single file. Welker still able to hold on to third. That Dr. Pepper, number 14 of Travis Bennett. It's a good looking paint scheme. Trying to work his way up. He's going to have a run down the straightaway. One thing I like about these cars, you ever try to paint one?
Nope. And well, okay. I looked at it.
You seen it?
I closed Photoshop and I decided I'm not going to paint this car.
This thing is so hard to paint, but I love painting these cars. And I'm going to be honest, right there is a little block put on from Andy Yerk on Martin Nadeau. May have slowed his progression down. Nadeau, however, I thought he had a run. But yeah, these cars very tough to paint. That's why I was sitting there looking at the 10 paint scheme. Can't really see it from there. We should be able to see it pretty solid. Right there, maybe. But yeah, very cool paint schemes on these cars. I love actually painting them. It's so tough, but I love the outcome of them. Huh. Battle for 5th. Yerk trying to hold on to this spot. There you go. Martin Nadeau able to take away 5th place. Slide up in front of Andy. We'll watch the battle for 2nd now between Bart Workman and Jeff Lupker. Sam said, hey, you guys are more than welcome to run it. I'll be more than happy to broadcast it. May take you up on that.
Yeah, I'm about to say you may be broadcasting me mollywopping the wall out of 2 a couple of times.
Indianapolis is fun, though.
Oh, so this is funny. So I was just reading something that somebody sent to me, and it was named the 6 most influential athletes in our time right now.
Yeah.
And there was somebody on there that I'm questioning completely why he's considered an athlete.
Really? If you think if you could mention a race car driver, I will smack you.
No. Ninja.
Yeah, we're going to just ignore all that. Andy Yerk going to take over 5th place from Martin Nadeau.
I was just in there trying to. I read through some of the comments, and
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I can only go so far before when I stop calling people athletes. Just being honest. Like for real, and I mean this with the most respect to all sim racers. I think there's definitely athleticism there. Don't get me wrong, 100%, and I consider them that because, you know, you still got your force feedback and stuff. But that's my limit. I'm not going any further. When you have a controller in your hand, I'm not calling you an athlete. Just being honest. Just being honest with you, Derek.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
It's hard, man. Like, esports, I completely are okay with calling you athletes, unless you're holding a controller.
Now, if you're going to be talking about Fortnite being an athlete, that's where I've got issues.
You gotta draw the line somewhere, man.
Like, and first off, most influential, I mean, when he drinks Red Bull, like, that's what I want my kid drinking is Red Bull.
Red Bull, son.
I'm about to say, I already know my kids, whenever I do have them, are already going to be wild maniacs, so
Red Bull,
I never...
That's just too much. Yeah, trust me, I get completely what you're saying. I don't need my kids to be jacked up on Red Bull already.
I'm about to say, just imagine me on Red Bull.
Yeah, that'd be a wild one, wouldn't it?
They would not want me on a broadcast that night.
So the battle's been going back and forth right here with Andy Yerk and Martin Nadeau. That's what we're kind of talking about. But give me your guys' thoughts. What do you consider athletes? If you're in the chat, what is your definition of an athlete? Some people consider, Ninja to be that. I mean, but me personally, if there's no muscle mass or anything like that involved, or muscle strain, besides you giving me a headache while you're talking, you're not an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's my question better yet, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN, for example, and as we got a really good battle right here happening once again, we'll get right back to this. Brandon Sean trying to make a pass. We'll get right back to this conversation because I really want to get everybody. I want to mention this comment. Good little battle here, though, for 5th place as we come out of turn 2. It's the closest battle right now on track. The battle for the lead slowly starting to heat up as well. 3/10 right now the difference. So if that gets closer, we will hop up to that as well. Oh, he got really weird. Andy Yerk coming out of turn 4. So real fast, I want to mention ESPN and places like that. As you see the battle now with Brandon Shawn able to get underneath Martin Adu, that will take away 6th place. ESPN has trouble calling NASCAR drivers athletes, but how are you going to put Ninja in that conversation?
You know, I started using a term last night that I'm probably wanting to start using. I might want to donkey kick the person who said that because I just don't get it. I'm about to say okay, fine. You know, if that is the case, then let me do the exact same thing Ninja's doing, and
call yourself an athlete.
Yeah, call me an athlete because I'm sitting here playing a video game that honestly is dead anyway. Because I don't. Does he do anything else besides Fortnite?
Not really.
Okay, then I don't.
I'm not making fun of the guy. He's making a living doing it. Like, that's fine. But
oh no, I'm making fun of him. But
put yourself in the category that you're an athlete by pushing a button on the keyboard. I just don't see you being an athlete. You let guys in the chat. Let me know, what do you consider to be an athlete? Do you consider playing Fortnite being an athlete?
Just for the record, we have played it.
Esports. Let's say esports because Fortnite is. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Never mind. I'm not
no, it's not. No, it's. I was about to jump through this TV.
What do you consider being an athlete? I think sim racing. I think you got to throw in that conversation. Esports.
It's my only thing with it is I'll say it is a form.
It's a form.
We got a yellow. We got a yellow. Oh,
big wreck. Stephen Park slipping with Martin Adu, 2 teammates. We have to look because I was watching this battle for the lead as it was heating up. Oh, something happened right up in front.
So it looks like Nadu
in the 98, I believe. Nadu got that yellow strip again.
And it hit him right around. See,
how about that flip?
Whew. That's not quite near as realistic as our truck race last Friday night, but this is close. I'll give it that. This is pretty close.
The same thing his teammate did, identical. Oh man, and Parks was having a good run. Here's what Stephen Park's seen.
I'm saying, I mean, just once again, it just doesn't look like, he's seen the wreck happening, and, this is why you always preach once you see the wreck, unless you know that you're about to 100% be in it because he's come back up the racetrack, then yeah, I understand gassing it, but right there.
Well, see, what's funny about this track, too, is where it's flat, you know what I mean? Like,
but my thing is, he's seen it, and he was still on the gas. Yeah. That's the thing I don't get.
Unless there was some communication being said, and he thought, he could just gas around it, and then
that would be my best.
Yeah.
That would be my best guess, but I'm about to say that's why they're in the car, and I'm up in the broadcast booth. But we'll see that in about a month's time, whenever I'm actually inside the car. So then Sam can start yelling at me for ARCA braking.
I think these guys do got one fast repair, right? Because they actually
correct.
Okay, so Stephen Parks does take his because I noticed he got a new nose on the front of his car, so that's good at least. At least it don't take him completely out from that happening. So we're about halfway here. We will take another commercial break. Right after this, I'm going to continue this conversation and the thing. Let me make sure they're not going to double up here, though, before I do that. Or not double up, but make sure the pace lights don't go out. And I just want to mention, Brian Peel actually stayed out and lead this lap, so I'm going to mention that as the pace lights are off. We're about to go back green. Just curious to know what people consider to be an athlete anymore. It's like a very loose term, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I mentioned. You're welcome, Sam. Sam about to start his broadcast here soon. He will be on his channel as well. He will be broadcasting the mental health series. He does that once a month for them guys. As the pace car going to pull in, and the field really stacked up weird here. Green flag back out. That was a weird stack up there to start. However, Brian Peel going to try to stay out front on older tires. Remember, 25 lap difference. So we'll see if there's a difference in what tires can
But
do.
we'll probably see the effect of that in about 5 to 10 laps time, I think. If that
Woo!
really.
How did
Some car's
he?
gonna go. Nope, he didn't say
Oh!
go.
Well, that was the. I don't know what to say on that one.
I'm gonna say that right there shows you that Chris has not been behind a car all night, and so I bet that was a pretty weird entrance for him getting into
Yeah, he
the
was on
corner.
gas. He took that extremely odd. Riding on board with him. So that has been Travesty Corner. I thought he had it saved though.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So now we'll take our commercial break. Brian Peel's still out front. As these guys.
What?
They didn't stop at the start finish line to wait on a pace car.
So they got. And so that means they can't pit, right?
Maybe,
not yet.
depending. They may be okay. It looks like the pace car's kind of. I think
Pace
they're gonna
car is
be
not
okay.
speeding up.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
what is? We don't know. It could. It looks like the pace car is catching them.
Slowly but surely, yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know quite about what's going to happen here. I don't think that they should worry about having to go a lap down, but
Well, I don't know if I'd be crossing the start finish line now. I believe I would stop just to make sure. Because you really don't.
You don't want to take a chance.
Yeah. So that really cost them the pit there.
So you only went one. You only went one
lap.
lap.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, we'll step aside. Right after this caution, we'll be right back. Back here once again, about to go green flag racing here at Milwaukee. You're watching the Throwback IndyCar series sponsored by 94 Motorsports. Check them out. They got a Facebook and all that good stuff, a website. Very cool opportunities for some people. Also getting here to race with these guys. Pace car about to pull in. Brian Hill, Jeff Lefker, Bart Workman. Green flag back out in the air. After the Chris Stouffer spin, made a little bit of contact there with Travis Bennett as well. Interesting to see what these older tires can do. Remember, Brian Pill stayed out. He's got 30 lap tires compared to 7. And of course, these guys have only been 1 lap green on them newer tires. Big junk behind him. Once again, the pace car is going to come back out. Chris Stouffer. Oh, man. That may end his
is
night.
he upside down? No, that's Steven Parks.
Yeah, this was a big pile up.
I'm gonna say I was sitting here talking to myself.
And Chris Stouffer, I believe, is done for the night. Oh, man, I hit the wrong button.
I'm gonna say this.
What happened here?
I'm
Oh, he just
not
hit me.
exactly.
That was weird. I don't know if he blinked out in front of me. I didn't see him blink, though.
No, Stouffer. No, is that Stouffer? Yeah, Stouffer
Yeah.
just got him.
Yeah, I just got a hold of him. Wow. And unfortunately, Chris Stouffer, who's led the most laps, unfortunately, back in traffic. So something I've noticed, Derek, clean air, a big issue here. Like, Stouffer not been that great when he was in traffic, and Brian Peel on these older tires out in front with 32-lap tires.
Yeah, well, shows you how big it is to be up in the lead. So,
Well, clean air is huge, no matter what kind of car you're racing. So I got a cool opportunity to paint a real-life legend car.
you better be taking that.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I gotta draw up a mock painting here soon, and get it to them to see what they think. Pretty cool though. Looking forward to it. Of course, I think we broadcast tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And then I can't remember if we broadcast NASCAR Saturday night.
We go tomorrow night for sure.
Yeah, tomorrow night is at. We had a good race the other night. Is it Richmond? It's for SRCA. Let me check.
Is it Richmond or
Is it Richmond or is it
it's Atlanta? I thought we might want to check
Atlanta.
on that.
maybe Atlanta? And actually, I take that back. We do not broadcast Saturday. Thought we did. They have an off week. Let me check
Woo,
on.
finally.
Let me check on that. I need to find out about I need to find out about them. So I want to make sure I try to get everybody's plug in. We do this on everybody's broadcast. It's just something me and Derek always do to let everybody know when we broadcast. Of course, Sam does his own thing as well. Oh, it is Atlanta. That's right. We did Daytona last week. Looking forward to that. I believe that's around 100 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I believe. I could be wrong. I probably am. Derek, you got any plans for Easter? Derek Pemberton may have lagged out, guys.
No, I'm here.
There he is. You got any plans for Easter?
Go to church and that's about it.
That's all you doing, huh?
Yep, that's all we do.
Celebrations or anything?
Nope, we don't do that.
We have celebration quite a bit. Actually, we do celebration on a Friday, and then we do it on Sunday as well.
No, we don't do any of that.
I figured you would. I know you do a lot of stuff at church, though.
No, remember we're the little white Church of Christ church down the road.
It's a little white church across the road. We're the small one that nobody really goes to. About to
Yeah,
go back green.
all of 100 people.
That's not bad, though. All right, about to go back green. For a little white church. Yeah, little white churches are the best, though. Anywho, another story, another time. Jeff Walker about to go back to the green flag. Very interested to see him take that low of approach in turn 3 and 4 on a green flag lap. Green flag back out. Walker back out into the point. Brandon Shaw, who's up to second now. Good for him. Worked his way back up.
Yeah, I haven't talked about him. I think hardly at all tonight.
Yeah, he stayed out in that last caution.
And Andrew Yerk as well.
Yeah.
Up in the front after not being in the back for most of the day. Now they're up in the front.
Yerk, your points leader, so definitely marching forward where he wants to be. And of course, Travis Bennett right behind him. Derek with Chris Stouffer out of this race, man. I know Jeff Walker's leading, but with older tires, we can actually, you know what? He don't have that older tires now. He pitted a few cautions ago. But let me ask you a question. And I was thinking of Brian Peel, who I was thinking of. Who's got the best chance of winning this race right now, you think? We're not far from halfway.
Honestly, anybody right now.
Yeah, I think it's anybody's race as well.
I'm going to put my money on the 14 car.
Good one. And honestly, we can't count Martin Adu out.
No.
He took his fast fair. He's 1 lap or 2 laps down. If we get another caution, which I do expect us to have a couple more. You thinking Travis Bennett? Actually, Travis Bennett pops into my mind as well. They got a battle for second. Yerk looking underneath Sean. He will make the pass. Move him into second place. Webker going to have that clean air. Now the battle going to be for third. Travis Bennett taking a peek underneath the 98 car. He's going to take that spot away.
But all this is really doing right now is just letting this 97 car kind of get away.
Yeah, it's definitely what he wants. Is you once again see the pass Sean able to complete pass. Whoa! Gotta be careful not to get too much of that yellow strip. Almost went around. You can't count Brian Peel out as well. He's back in sixth place. Or Bart Workman. That's who I'm interested to see how he does work, because he was working his way up towards the front there for a while.
Yeah. I'm going to say him and both Andrew Yerk have just been absolutely quiet all race long.
Yeah.
So I kind of like seeing him kind of up in the front here. So I want to see them try to go run down Jeff Webker, but you never know what can happen. But say we're about 110 laps away from this thing being from being done. So still a lot can happen.
Yeah, and one thing about each and every one of these guys, this is more of a promotion top race. I hate to put it like that. I really hate to, because these guys are racing for a championship, but they're also trying to put a good showcase on for the sponsor, for the broadcast, because they want more people to come in. Yes, they're running for a championship, and that means a lot. Of course, they want to win the championship, but they're also at the same time trying to put a good race on for everybody to get people in here to race even more races. Like how we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, there's a lot that can produce, or a lot of anticipation for this league. There we go. That this race can do. You remember, you can check out ultimate-conquest-racing.com. Check these guys out, and there's a very nice actual website. They even got a sign-up sheet there, driver registration, everything you want to know. There is requirements, by the way. I want to mention that there is requirements to join. You gotta be a C class, so keep that in mind. They have the rules and everything like that. Let me ask you a question, Derek. At the moment, and I hate doing this on a broadcast. I know each and every one of them's got their own style, but at the moment, in the IndyCar tops leagues, do you think there is, one league that outstands the rest of them?
Honestly, this is about the only IndyCar league I've ever seen.
That you really watch? We broadcast Top Fuel Racing.
I'm about to say I haven't watched that.
Yeah, so. I don't really watch it. I know a little bit about it. It's very good. I don't know, man. I think, I still think Lionheart might be the top right now. But then underneath that, it's for anybody's taking it. Actually, people can take Lionheart. I hope they do. And I'm anxious to see what happens in here with this one. Just because, we're a little bit more biased with these guys, of course, because we're broadcasting them. But just meeting the owner of it, meeting the sponsor of it, they seem like they're really good people. And that's what I always look for. I look for, how people react to each other. Well, we got a great battle. I keep forgetting about the battle that's on the track. The battle's going to be for second. This is a 3-car battle with Brandon Shaw, Andy Yerk, Travis Bennett. As the shade.
There may have just been a little bit of contact.
That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, between Andrew Yerk and Brandon. But we'll see here getting down into turn 1 and 2. Travis. And right now it looks like Andrew Yerk is kind of down all the way down at the bottom. Had a pretty flat entry, but looked like it's not going to work out for him on the exit. Actually, I say that, and here he comes back on the exit as he's side by side.
Something I wanted to do was, as I looked at the standings, but I want to take a look last week's schedule when Brian Beard was actually able to win it. There was no driver penalties. But to give you an idea of how points are working for everybody curious, these guys award points for qualifying. Brandon Shaw is new to the league, okay? That's who we're keeping an eye on. The reason why I want to mention this, he joined last week at, 2 weeks ago, Mid-Ohio. When he came in, he got 266 new registration points. The reason why he got the 266 points is because they awarded him so many points for a new driver registration. Anybody that comes in gets that. But I also want to mention he got 27 bonus points for qualifying fourth. Qualifying is such a big thing in this league, and I love that. The reason why I like it is because it's so different. It's something completely different, out of the ordinary, something off the top. I love the fact that they do that, and I really hope, even in the future, that they don't take that away. I hope their qualifying points stay there because that means qualifying means something. Like, I'm the type that usually wants to qualify towards the back.
And we probably still will.
We probably still will. But one thing I would do, it would cross my mind quite a bit if I want to qualify up towards front. Like, if I decide to race at Indianapolis, and if I get accepted, I would qualify there. I would probably fall towards the back, of course, because I'm slow. But not that I don't want to wreck myself, or I don't want to take any of these championship guys out. As almost there, Travis Bennett and maybe made a little bit of slide contact. We can actually take a peek at this one as they battle for position. Watch what happened here. Let's go up into the blimp cam and check this out. Coming off turn 2, there may have been a little bit of contact between the 27 and the 14. No, I don't think they touched, but it was very close. Now this is back live. There's your distance between second all the way back to fourth. Yes, and there's actually starting to be lap cars. Brian Pill actually went one lap down in that 94 car. So that's interesting. And there you go. Travis Bennett able to take around second for Brandon Shaw. Brandon having a good run so far. Loveker has checked out 2.5, we'll go ahead and call it 2.6 seconds. As we get a look here at your top 5 currently here at Milwaukee. Unless you're checking out the 94 Motorsports website as well. I'd like to try to tell you a little bit about these guys. 94 Motorsports strives to provide reliable and competitive cars through all of our Arrive and Drive programs. Whether you're transitioning to wheel-to-wheel racing or a seasoned driver or are looking to prep, maintain, and track service for your race car, 94 Motorsports can tailor to a program that fits your needs. That is actually really cool, man.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. It's not for me, but it does sound pretty cool.
No, like, I'm sitting here looking. I would really like to check this out. Hey, man, put me in one of your cars.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Team owner
Yeah,
Brian Peel. Actually, he is the owner. We talked to him. Has been involved in motorsports for over 20 years. And let's get a look at him. He has been from driving his own race cars to the truck chief. Truck chief in NASCAR. He brings knowledge from all aspects of motorsports to young driving aspirations. In addition to his professional experience maintaining and setting up, Brian has served as a driving instructor for Skip Barber and Richard Petty driving experience. Well, that is pretty awesome, now. Not gonna lie, that is pretty cool.
No, I'm interested to see now, kind of what this last run is going to entitle.
Yeah, because we know we're not gonna be able to make it to green flag.
Yeah,
we're going to be short on gas, but one more, we don't know how many more stops are left. But what I'm interested in, what if Kaney's guys go 30 more laps on a set of tires? If they can,
then we'll be good to go.
We'll be good to go. Yeah, we'll be good to go to the end. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. These things have a jack plate underneath, right? Like that's how they get the cars up.
I think so.
Is that what it's called? Hydraulic jack? I think that's what it's called. So I'm always curious about that. That is really cool, man. Sitting here reading about this. Guys, you all need to check this out. 94motorsports.com. I mean, this is a legit thing. Like, they got their own YouTube. They actually won at Sonoma. First place for the Lexus team in the Champ Car Series 7 at Sonoma back in February. Wow. Actually, they got a bunch of events coming up where people can actually race, Derek. April 27th, Charlotte Motor Speedway. 14-hour Champ Car Endurance Series. One car full. Seats available for the second car. Wow. Watkins Glen. Derek, you want to race Watkins Glen? Me and you, we'll load up ahead there and put us in the car. We'll hit podium, Derek. And then Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A second car, a seat available in that one. As we got a yellow out on track. And what is the yellow actually for? Is it with Martin Nadeau? Oh, there's the yellow. Martin Nadeau going to go around. I think he had that trouble again, or was there help? Oh, turn 4 for that turn 4 motorsports guys has just had so much trouble.
Coincidence in the name? I think not.
Yeah. Well, guys, we'll take another commercial break. Maybe our final commercial break for the night. We'll be right back here for ESPN. Adam Chapman, Derek Pemberton. You're watching 9-4 Motorsports, Throwback IndyCar Series.
The Porsche Esports Supercar. Between April and September, 40 drivers will compete for over $100,000 in cash and prizes. Expect to see tight, close-quarter racing with some of the world's best sim racers all battling for pride, prizes, and of course, the chance to be crowned the inaugural Porsche Esports Super Cup champion.
Green flag about to come back out as we are live from Milwaukee.
I
flag.
so hope that conversation was not heard.
Bill Wade, Adam Chapman up in the booth. Bark Workman leading us down into turn number 2. As we exit turn 2, the battle going to be right now kind of nowhere. The battle kind of silenced out. Martin Andrews, Stephen Parks has parked it behind the wall. Battle going to be for the lead. Travis Bennett trying to take over this lead. You mentioned that 14 car very fast. I'm anxious to see what Jeff Lupker can do. As we only got 80 laps to go, that's going to be interesting on field. I don't know if these guys can make it all the way.
I'm about to say, I don't personally think the yellows are done. That is a very aggressive move right there. I thought he was getting ready to turn, but here goes the move inside to turn number 1, 3, 4, whatever turn.
Oh! Sean's
no contact, but the 14 of Travis Bennett is going to take the lead.
Yeah, that's his first lap lead, too.
Here comes Brandon right underneath. Brandon's going to take over second, so that's going to move Bart from first to third in a matter of 2 turns. And here they come diving it down into turns 3 and 4.
So one thing I've noticed here, you cannot touch that yellow strip at all. We've noticed that a couple times during the cautions we've had. We've had 6 cautions. Most of them being because someone has touched that yellow strip. Actually, I think a lot of them has been that. So one thing, note to self and note to everybody else, do not touch the yellow strip. As we get a look at the weather, battle for second starting to heat up once again. Track has cooled off now to 85 degrees as these guys continue to run. Still 75-degree air temp. Four lead changes, 6 cautions, still 77, coming to 76 laps remain. Here at the famous, one of the most oldest tracks in all of racing, Milwaukee. Gosh, that's weird to say. Just don't sound like it's been around for that long, you know?
Yeah, don't. I'm about to say, I mean, I've never seen a race here before.
Not to be mean, but you don't think a lot of northern tracks, you know, have been around that long. I mean, I know Indianapolis.
That is the true.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that is the true part. Well, yeah, I think though IndyCar.
Even Indianapolis, I mean, it's an old track, but I don't know how much. It's still not the oldest track ever. Like, I figured Daytona, you know, maybe not Daytona, but Daytona Beach was. I don't know. Anyway, battle for second still. Bark Workman actually battle heating up right behind them. Andy Yerk and Jeff Lupker for 4th place. As that kind of balances out, so we are single file throughout the field right now. Go high above in the blimp cam. See the distance between first and second. That clean air really helping Travis Bennett extend this lead as he has now led 7 laps so far on the night. Right now, with him having this big of a gap, if we stay green, it is his race to lose as he is out to a 1 second lead for the time being. Whoa! Brendan Shaw almost gets into the wall. Riding on board with the number 98 car.
I'm about to say, this 14 car has really just kind of started to slowly slip away. But the one thing that's going to help these guys out is that they are single file right now. So they need to stay single file and just try to go right.
Yes, sir, as it is 1.3 seconds from first to second.
Boy, just looking at that turn 2 exit just reminds me so much of New Hampshire.
It really does. It's a tight exit, too, though.
Yeah, and that's what makes you think even more of it.
Yeah, it sneaks up on you really quick.
And honestly, turn 4 kind of looks like Indianapolis. It's not as wide, but it kind of reminds me of Indianapolis.
Well, who was it? Sam, I believe it was mentioned that turn 3 was modeled off Milwaukee. The turn 3 Pocono was modeled off Milwaukee.
No, that is true.
Yeah, so really cool. Something interesting about this place, I've noticed that safer barrier, the wall sticks out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a couple guys that came close to hitting that right there at the edge of that safer barrier.
Oh, so yeah, there is no safer barrier down the straights, is there?
Not on the streets, I don't see one. I don't know. Maybe there are now in real life. I don't know when the last time I raced and skated in Milwaukee. So I mean, I know it hasn't been anytime soon.
And I can tell you this much: iRacing ain't going there to scan it.
Yeah, they're not going to ever scan it anytime soon. That's for sure. They're worried about making sure people have got their cameras up in the stands working, flash bulbs.
No comment to that statement. I've been told that I can't say things like that, supposedly, so...
But you get what I'm saying.
Oh, I totally agree.
Like,
And, like,
okay. I'm not being
Alright.
mean to iRacing. I'm not.
All right, Derek. Okay, hang on. Welcome to Derek's iRacing rant of
Derek's
the
spot.
broadcast. Yeah, this is Derek's spot as I rant about iRacing. I don't care what the crowd is doing. I don't care. The crowd's only there for broadcast purposes.
Let's
don't
be honest.
care.
You're right. You are right. It is. I mean,
I just want to show up and just drive a race car.
battles for second right now, and we're still talking about this, but battle is for second. Mark Workman now trying to hold off Brandon Shawn, who keeps taking a peek to his inside. He does get there, but not able to clear him. Maybe able to do it here as we work down out of turn 4, soon to be side by side. So Brandon Shawn should be able to take the second position here, as he will enter in turn 1, number 1. So I mentioned this the other day on one of the broadcasts that iRacing is implementing the crowd where they'll walk around in the infield, they'll walk up and down the stands. Derek, how much do you actually care about that?
Let's see here. It's going to be a day that doesn't end in Y, so I will never care about that because, like I said, that's for broadcast purposes only.
Will you pay attention to that while you're racing?
No!
No.
I'm too busy having to worry about the what's going to be the
Me
nice
reckon.
Okay,
Wow.
sure. I got more worried about Adam wrecking in front of me than I am worried about a guy walking up and down the stands who, honestly, iRacing, if you are listening to me, because I know you're not, but if you are, how about we start working on realistic crowd
Look,
numbers?
here's what I want to see. Yeah, I agree with that. Have them cheer when the green flag comes out and stuff.
And
That'd be cool.
have the green flag, or have a cheer when we wreck too, because
And have a
I don't know.
have a moving flag man.
That is a big thing. I noticed that when we were
Yeah.
and at some of the cameras, I'm like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
we're going to see the checker flag fly. No, the guy didn't move. I was like,
Nah. Yeah, they need to make that a little bit more, out there a little bit. Bart Workman able to get back underneath Brandon Shawn. Here comes Andy Yerkes as well. He's going to now pass for third place.
all this side by side is not helping right now. These guys got to get single file and
Trying
get
to catch
going.
up to
'cause-
Travis, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Shawn gets a little bit of the wall on exit turn 4. Not going to do any damage, but... So I'm just going to go ahead and mention this. If the people walking up and down the stands, if I see somebody not carrying a bag of popcorn or something, I'm going to be mad.
No, here's the deal. If I see that where it crashes my computer because iRacing wants to be cute, we're going to have issues.
That's true.
If I cannot run iRacing to where I can't see what's going on in front of me because iRacing wants to be cute and play, oh, let's just put guys in the crowd that can walk up and down the stands. Really? I'm going to say, we've been asking for new stuff for how long? I'm going to say, we're asking for something good. Yes, we congratulated you for what you did with Dirt. That's right on
And
club.
Day
We
Night.
And Day Night Transition. Okay, now you're going a little bit above and beyond here. Let's get guys to walk up and down the grandstands. Nobody wants that.
Here's your new update. Congratulations. People can move.
Honestly, I just say scrap the whole crowd thing. I mean, only for broadcast purposes. Honestly,
Now, I will say, they mentioned this. I'm not sure how high up on the list it is. I'm sure they're not putting every resource in this. I really hope not, because I think the
no, in
damage model,
iRacing, they probably
They
are.
probably
now, the new
are.
damage model.
that's
now
going to
that,
be good.
Now, it's in theory supposed
In
to be
theory,
good.
in theory.
If I know iRacing and I know how they are,
The things they put out there recently has been good. The Dirt was good. Day Night was just amazing. I love Day Night. I think that's one of the coolest things they've ever done. This new damage model is going to come out.
the new damage model, like I said, in theory, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I've got to see it. I've got to see it.
Yeah.
And I've got to see it in motion before I sit there and say that it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because
That's true. So, anywho, battle going to be for, right now, right here, for third. Andy Yerk trying to hold on to that spot as the leader slowly starting to come back to Bart Hartman. He was able to gap it a little bit now from second to first. So, he is slowly starting to reel him back in. However, we are only down to 55 laps to go. So, this has really started closing in for these guys as the laps continue to tick down.
So is that going to be the end of the Derek Pemberton spot? Adam, you know what? We need to coin that. Sam, I know you're watching. I need a graphic made for that, please.
Just Derek Pemberton spot.
Derek
Derek Pemberton Power Hour.
I'm about to say, yeah, we're going to start doing that in every broadcast now. We're going to have a Derek rant session.
Yeah. Derek always has rants about something.
I'm about to say it's either in this, it's when we play Madden, it's when we're just in the car, it's whenever we're playing MLB, when we're
everything.
playing.
It's everything. It's every type of console, sim racing, the sim game. It does not matter. Even America's Truck Sim, there's some kind of wreck going to happen.
Woo! Let's not even get started on that. Oh, I'm about to say, don't
Fishing
get
Planet.
No, Fishing Planet absolutely gets me enraged because I see Adam, a nice little cast, pulls in like a 5-pound fish or whatever. I sit out there and I know I'm throwing out the best thing I can. I pull in a half-a-pound grass pig.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny.
Like, really? I'm throwing out the exact same thing he's throwing out, except I think I put mine in a better spot and I pull out a 4.5-pound lighter fish. Really?
So as you guys can tell, me and Derek usually get off topic a lot when we broadcast. We do this on like every broadcast, I think. We do get off topic quite a bit. There ain't a lot really happening on the racetrack. We've got a battle really heating up right here, as you see Brendan Sean working around Andy York right now, trying to. Sean done a really good job so far. This is only his second start here. Pretty much a power slide, or a slide job pretty much put on there.
Power slide?
Shush.
Power slide.
Andy York now working back to the inside. Jeff Wepker, though, has, hush your face. He's pulling an e-brake, be quiet. So, Jeff Wepker has kind of been of a no-show since we went, I hate saying that, has been kind of a no-show since we went back green. He's currently just sitting in 5th place. Remember, he led quite a few laps just a little while ago. Wow, I just realized something. Derek Workman, who is currently in second, has been out there for 72 laps on his tires. Everybody else has been out there for 35. So I'm going to tell you right now, Travis and him won't have to pit anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Unless Bart has to hit like pit road like right now or something. It's 40 laps right now.
Yeah, I can tell you this much right now. Travis and them are... It depends on how... Well, the thing is, though, because Bart didn't pit, so... I'm about to say, how many laps did you say he's been out right now?
He's pitting now.
Oh, pit road.
So everybody else will have to pit. That's 40 laps. Wow, this is going to be wire to wire, though. Like, this is going to be...
How many laps was Bart out there?
76. So they're on 37 right now.
And they went to 37, so they just got inside 40 laps.
41.
Well, if I was a Jeff Wepker, Andy York, I'd start clutching, doing everything I can.
Yeah, I believe I'd be saving too.
I think you might be able to save 5 laps.
Here? Yeah, I think you could be very close on saving.
The thing is, I got to worry about losing too much time with you already being 4 seconds behind. You know, it's going to be...
I'm bored on these guys. I don't think none of them saving now. Now, Travis Bennett could save. That's one that could save.
Yeah, with you having a 4-second gap, yeah.
Very interesting, actually. I'm just checking out all these guys. So they actually do have to downshift. They're all downshifting about the same place. They do have to downshift.
Well, I'm going to say downshifting can actually... I'm about to say there's a certain way that you have to downshift and upshift in a certain way, and you can save just a little bit of gas. But that's vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm about to say you gotta try to.
Well, see, that's like in Indianapolis. You have to downshift. Because I did last year when I won the Indianapolis 500. Thank you very much. But then you upshift when you're passing somebody. Because you do more of a slingshot. Of course, that's Indianapolis. It is what it is. Battle going to be for second.
And York, I think he's actually going to take it. Every time I say, I want to say York.
Yeah.
I'm about to say. No offense, but
It's
you're
just like York is such a common name.
especially here.
Yeah.
So right now, Bart Workman is one down right now.
Yeah. Now he should get that back.
Now here's the thing. I don't know if this league does it, but I know in IndyCar there are no such thing as wave arounds or lucky dogs.
I think this one does do it.
Well, never mind. Completely bust my bubble.
Now I think these guys remember they do single car qualifying or single car restarts.
No, then they're probably not gonna do wave rounds and lucky dogs.
Oh.
So if that's the case, then
I think I got
right.
the rules right here. It says it actually.
Well, then start
It
reading.
might help if I actually bring it up. Well, actually, I got
It
up.
might. I'm about to say it'd be nice.
Actually, racing returns back to Milwaukee this year. I didn't realize that. Father's Day this weekend. Or not this weekend, but Father's Day weekend, yeah. Pretty cool. I didn't know that. I was sitting there reading. These guys, one cool thing that he sent, I don't know if you got it, he sent me a race packet and a bunch of different rules and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
really cool, actually. Trying to see. I'm not sure, actually.
What's the question being asked?
If there is lucky dogs, if a caution was to come out, I don't know.
I don't know.
Not sure either.
I know in IndyCar there's not. I know that there's no wave around.
Now I think in the real one there may be like later on.
No. There is no. There is no wave rounds or lucky dogs. Because remember, if you remember, especially when you do IndyCar races, that if a yellow happens before everyone crosses the start-finish line, all the cars that didn't cross start-finish line got to start in front of the leader on the restart. But I guess you don't run IndyCars.
No, we got car on pit road, by the way.
Who would that?
Jeff Lepker has already making his stop now.
Travis
he's
coming in this
early.
time.
Yeah, I like the idea of going to go ahead and get that knocked out. Because if not, you're just going to be out there on old tires.
But my question is, though, I think Bart could have maybe already gained a ton of time.
Oh, he did. He gained quite a bit. Well, actually, I don't really know if he did or not.
As long as he's in front of Travis, but I think it'll be a positive thing. But right now, he's just got to go. I mean, he's just got to be booking it right now, hoping for the best right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to make it in front of him. Yeah,
No, he is not, because right now, Workman is coming out of 4 as Travis is on the exit of 2.
Pretty close, but he ain't going to be able to get there with it.
He's not going to be able to pass him. But the thing is, though, him and Travis are both on the lead lap. So right now, I think that could be the battle for the lead. Actually, no. Here's actually the interesting part. Travis didn't go a lap down.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, he didn't. I was noticing that too.
So we only got 2 cars left on the lead lap. Boy, if a yellow came out right now.
Right now we got 3 cars.
Oh, yeah, 3.
Burt,
Yeah.
Sean, and Bennett. But yeah, if yellow came out right now, then Bennett would stay out for sure. Here comes Yerk. Brendan's Sean. Now remember, keep in mind that Workman, when he stayed out like he did, or as long as he did, we had some caution flags, so we didn't know if it was actually 70 laps these guys could go. Remember that. So, oh, I just realized my ticker went off. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really know why I did that. I may have to load this back up again. That's strange. Let me load back up my ticker. I apologize. Don't really know why it went off.
Are we going to commercial, or we just going to leave it rolling?
No, we're just going to leave it rolling.
Okay.
Not sure exactly why it went off. That's just strange. Never had that happen.
Andrew, what happened to Andrew Yerk? Andrew Yerk already came down pit road.
Yeah, I seen him come down.
Well, thank you for announcing it. I had no idea.
There we go. Sorry about that. Not sure why it did that. Maybe Mr. I think that's just one of them things that happens. So as we watch Brandon Shawn right now, who should be hitting pit road here very soon, I would guess. So actually, once all this cycles out, though, Workman is going to be up in second, which is where he was whenever he first pitted, I believe. Yeah. And Andy Yerk is going to fall all the way back to, I believe, fourth. Give or take a little bit on that.
I'm about to say, right now, the next car behind Brandon out on track right now is Bart.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is Travis is pulling away from Bart. So really, I got to think Brandon's going to try to make it the rest of the way. That's my best guess. I think you've made the bed. I think you got to go with it.
Let me actually hop on board and see if he's saving. Keep in mind, guys, we have had 6 cautions. I know it says 0 up there. But we have had a few cautions just because, well, I had to reload everything. So. Uh-oh. Woo! Thought he was going to get that wall.
Yeah, but that wall comes up.
I don't hear him shifting down, or saving, though. Now these are fixed setup, right? I believe so.
Yeah. Yes.
So he can't.
Custom made.
So he can't mess with the weight tracker.
Nope.
Okay. Or the anything like that, like the fuel, save or anything.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, I think you can adjust that. I think.
I don't know.
I think you can.
23 laps to go once we hit the line. It's coming down to the end here. Waiting to see when Brandon Shawn will have to pit. Keep in mind, when he does pit, if he does, he's going to lose a ton of spots, we would guess.
Yeah, that's what we're guessing.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't take tires now. I mean,
No,
his lap times are still... I mean, yeah, he's a little bit slower than Travis, but he's not that much slower.
I'm going to say he's only I think it's got to be like 2 or 3 tenths slower. Well, here we go. We got a couple lap cars fighting to get their laps back right now.
Yeah, it's a 13. Bart Workman going to go around.
I think right now that's okay.
Yeah.
I think you still got to let him go. You still got 17 seconds. I'm about to say you're almost if you can just hang on for just a few more laps, you can almost start giving up about a half a second to 0.8 of a second per lap, and you're going to be all right. So my thing is right now, you just got to try to manage the gap right now with your fuel saving, and then as these laps continue to kick down, you what is this maneuver?
Draft.
See, right now he gave up about 0.8 that lap. He can't start doing that yet. He's got to wait. I think another 4 to 5 laps before he starts letting that happen. Right now, he needs to be. I still think right now he needs to be running about as hard as he can. Right now, you gotta maintain the gap right now.
Yeah,
he's coming to pit road.
I thought he was pretty short. I was curious about that myself. So it's all going to be when will Travis.
5-second gap.
Now Travis should be able to take it.
Should is the key word.
That guy's closing fast, so yeah, he will take the lead. There's the lead right there, and it does look like. Now, see, one thing I've noticed: all these guys look like they actually filled their car up. I don't know if I would have completely filled my car all the way up.
Nope, and I think.
No, I mean, of course they're in their car and they know more about it than I do.
So did Travis? I think so. I think Travis took it.
Yeah, he's in the lead right now.
Okay. Yep.
It's just there it goes.
There it goes. So right now the gap is almost 6-second gap.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And actually, everybody kind of spaced out. The biggest battle is going to be for second, but there's still about a second gap. So right now, this is Travis Bennett's race to lose. Let me see something real quick. Travis Bennett coming in here back in 4th in points. So he's going to make up a little bit, I do believe. Coming to lap 186 out of the scheduled 200 laps. We started this race with 2 cars, I believe.
9. 9.
Oh, okay, yeah. Christopher, wait, who am I missing? Oh, okay. Christopher led a lot of the beginning part of this race, and unfortunately got back in traffic and had some issues with other cars. And it pretty much ended his day.
But these laps are slowly but surely just taking it away. But I say we're about to 10 to go. But I said once we hit the 10 to go, Travis is going to be dealing with the longest 10 laps of his life, I think, right now.
Yeah, a lot of shades starting to come over the track as well now, which is good.
Okay, we can't see anymore. Throw yellow out. Visibility yellow. Call the race.
A lot of shade. I don't know what time it actually is.
It is 5:50.
Okay, so it's getting fairly late. Battle gonna be for second right now. Walker has caught Workman. Walker looking to the inside.
And Workman just lets him go.
Yeah, I don't think, he caught you from that far back. I mean, there ain't no point of really trying to race him too hard.
Well, I don't know. As soon as you say that, look at him. He's breathing right back down his neck, but right there he just kind of goes wide there.
Yeah. Well, he caught him from pretty far back. I mean, I understand, late in the race you really don't want to let him go, but at the same time, you don't really want to stop anybody else's race either. I mean, I know it's 6 seconds, but you never know. Ten laps to go, as Travis Bennett has been out front now for 54 laps here at Milwaukee. Trying to go on and get what I believe will be win number 1. Yes, it will be win number 1. Actually, the only driver inside the top 5 in points that does not have. Actually, the only driver inside the top 6 in points that does not have a win. So he's going to be trying to put his name up there as well. He does, however, have 2 top 5s. Something I wanted to check. What else did I see that? I forgot how to do it.
What?
Check the records
On
for here. I forgot how to do it. Oh, there we go. Track records. You know what? I don't think they've ever raced here. We'll see. No, they have not.
They have not raced here before?
No. Which we kind of knew.
Yeah, we kind of figured that.
However, Bart Workman actually owns 3 track records so far this season. Yeah, he got Mid-Ohio Sebring and Twin Union Peggy. With Sun back out on the track, Travis Bennett going to see the 5 to go symbol here. Everybody else kind of spaced out once again. Looks like that this is definitely going to be Travis's race to lose. Just really riding on. But let's hop on board and actually ride around here with him.
With Travis?
Does, yeah. Going into turn 1, you see him downshifting right. Actually, wow, he does not downshift in turn 1 and 2. That's a little bit different. I don't know if he's going to downshift in 3. No, he does not. Wow. Let's hop on board with Webker as we come to 3 to go. Let's see if he's downshifting. A little interesting.
Oh, that's why he's got a 6-second gap.
Well, I mean, Webker's running him down. Webker last time by was faster only by 10th, but it's kind of interesting to see him stay in 6th gear though all the way to the corner. He was downshifting earlier, though, I think. I think it was just with the older tires. That's why he was downshifting.
Maybe.
And once again, Webker was faster this time by a little bit. So the downshift definitely helping him, but going to be a little too late as we're getting ready to come to the white flag here in just 1 second. Welcome to turn 3 and 4. Travis Bennett going to see the one to go. The white flag is out here at Milwaukee for the final time. 1 mile left to go.
It's in the name Milwaukee Mile, so
Yeah.
let's say, can he make it the last mile?
Can he make it the last half mile now as we're getting ready to work into turn number 3. Bring us to the checker.
I'm about to say, he's got to get off of 4. I think he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Checker flag. Travis Bennett going to win at Milwaukee for the first time this season here for the Throwback IndyCar Series. Jeff Wapker going to cross in second. Bart Workman third. Andy Yerk going to cross in fourth. Brendan Shaw going to finish in fifth. And Brian Peel will finish sixth. We're going to try to talk to our winner if he's in here.
Who is it? Travis?
Nope.
No.
Do we have second place?
No.
Do we have third
I do
place?
have Bart. I do have Bart.
What place was he? Yeah, bring Bart up. Talk to Bart here. He finishes in third place tonight. As you see, Travis Bennett going to win.
I can't move him. You're going to have to move him.
Okay. Actually, there.
You don't have the power either.
I cannot move him either, which is weird. So we'll just have to get that sorted out. Well, we can move down there real fast, I guess.
All right.
Hey, Bart Workman, you got a copy? Hey, Bart, you got a copy? All right, back up to the broadcast booth. So your winner is going to be Travis Bennett picking up the win here.
Hey, he's coming.
Oh, okay.
Give him a second.
We'll talk to Bart here in just a moment. We're going to speak to him about his third place finish. And there he is. Oh.
Okay, he's down in the green room.
Oh, there we go. Now I can move him up here. Hey, Bart, you got a copy?
I do.
Man, third place tonight. Interesting race. A lot of people slipping and sliding, especially out of turn 3 and 4. But talk us through your night. It was a very interesting race up and down all throughout the night. You looked like you had a fast car. You was one of the biggest movers all night, and the pit strategy just came a little off guard. But all in all, good night.
Yeah, not too bad for me. I'm more of a road course guy, so podium was like a win for me.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Of course, you started, a little bit further back in the field. I believe it was 7th, I believe. Is that what I'm seeing? 7th place, I do think. That's what I'm showing anyway. Anywho, this place is very tough. It's only a mile long. What was the biggest issues you had tonight? The aero push looked like it was a little bit tough.
My biggest problem was just staying off the curbs. Those curbs were death tonight with this setup. I mean, otherwise the setup was perfect.
Right. Yeah, we've seen a lot of people hit them curves. I believe that's what took out Stephen Parks and his teammate as well. So a lot of people had that trouble. But, man, third place tonight. Here in 2 weeks, we head to a different type of track. I mean, you actually have it. I had to schedule up, and I lost it. Where was it? You remember where it was, Derek?
What for what?
Where
Sorry?
do we head next for these
Texas.
guys? Texas. Was it Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Texas. How do you feel about heading to Texas? I know it's not a road course, a little bit bigger track. How do you feel about heading to Texas in these cars?
For me, if I finish, that'll be wonderful. I don't have too many finishes at Texas in anything.
Well, man, not bad at all tonight. Finished in third place. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my team, Skidmark Motorsports, and our team sponsor, Beside Bar, as well as the league, Scott Bolster. He does a great job with this league, and come on out and join us.
Yeah, man, for sure. Good job tonight on that third place.
Thank you much.
Thanks a lot. Next up, we'll bring up Travis, our winner, who honestly put together a really good run there middle of this race and really worked his way up towards front, was able to walk out. Travis, you got a copy?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Winner tonight. Led 64 laps, and this one wasn't given by any means. You actually had to earn this one. Talk us through your night.
Oh man. Which part? I think I I think I missed a wreck by inches. I had another wreck where I got collected. Well, I didn't get collected. I actually hit somebody and got a 4X. But luckily, when I went in to go pit to get a quick repair, it didn't take it. So it might have been a little bit of net code. Thank God it didn't accept it, because what do you know? The next green flag run, I got collected in a wreck, and I was able to use that to get repaired and try to move up to the front.
Yeah, the pit strategy there at the end was kind of interesting because you had to really determine when you was pitting. You didn't have to pit, I don't think, as early as you did. But what made you decide to come to pit road when you did? Did you just notice other guys was?
Well, I was looking at the other guys, but I was also looking at my lap times, and for some reason, these tires just dropped off like a cliff for some reason. I started running like 2/10 slower than what I was normally running, like maybe probably 4 laps ago. So I said, look, I got a nice lead going on right now. I have enough time to pit for tires. Because at first the plan was just to get gas and go. But once the tires fell off, I said, man, I got enough time. I could get tires, even though the other guys may have just to get gas, and I could just try to fight it out.
Now this is a big win. You was in top 5 in points. Everybody else in there had a win, but you was sitting fourth at the time. You're going to probably gain. Well, you will gain a lot of points on people in front of you. How much was you thinking about the points? Was you thinking about them right now, or has that even crossed your mind that much?
Oh, not at all. I missed the first couple races, and I'm just out here just trying to get wins. But man, what a big turnaround from the last road course we ran. Still picking out grass from my shoes from that one.
yeah, I'm kind of glad to see oval race as well in these cars. Man, first place tonight. Is there any shout outs you want to give out? You did a heck of a job.
Man, I just want to give a shout out to you guys for coming to broadcast for us, and Scott for putting on a good league, and all the guys that race with us. Man, I can't tell you how much it means to me to be a part of the league that's ran professionally and raced professionally. It's great.
Well, man, good job tonight, and we'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks when we head to Texas.
All right, thanks.
Thanks a lot, buddy. We will move him down. I think Scott. There he is. Let me bring Jeff Wupker up. I think he joined. Let me get him in here. Give me just 1 second, and I will get him in. I gotta turn this thing off, and then we'll bring in Jeff Wupker. I think he's getting his push to talk thing set up. Let's bring him in. Hey, Jeff, you got a copy? Oh, he is currently working on that. We'll put him back down there for just a minute. Derek, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the race.
I enjoyed it. I'm about to say, race had the yellows, but then again, I had a little bit of strategy right here at the end. I was hoping that someone would have tried to stretch it. Nobody tried to stretch it. So, as I say, can't wait for Texas next week. Texas is going to be interesting with these cars. I can't wait to see how these are going to handle it next week or in 2 weeks' time.
We're waiting to see if we can get Jeff Wupker in here. He finished second place tonight. Thoughts on the race, man? It was good. 6 cautions. Quite a few lead changes. A lot of back and forth passing, though. Like, the restarts here was... Honestly, I think that was the most exciting part. The restarts was really good. And that ain't going to show. 7 lead changes. Does that sound right? Yeah, 6 cautions. But... The restarts was really good. I'm anxious to see what Texas will bring with the draft package, or with the draft in these cars. I'm anxious to see how that will react. And I'm anxious to see, how many more guys we got. Remember, that race is in 2 weeks. We will be back here again tomorrow night for, I think, SERA at Atlanta Truck Series. That's right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching Jeff to make sure he gets all his stuff set up before I bring him in. Hopefully, he's got it in, and we will see. Did he leave?
Yes. Is he back? Is he gone? I don't know.
Give me just a second. Oh, I got a message. Hold on. All right, so we'll get Jeff next time. Let me see what Scott needed. I think he may want to come in here. All right, so we'll get Jeff next time. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. If you are interested in joining, check out these guys, Throwback IndyCar Series, we posted a link. I hope everybody really does because I would love to see a full field of these cars, at least 20 cars. That would be awesome. We did have a few newer guys show up tonight. I'm really anxious to see what happens when we hit Texas in 2 weeks. Please, please, please join this league. I really want to see it grow. But yeah, I hope everybody has a great night. Y'all take care. Have a good Easter, and we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all have a great night, and God bless.